Most people pass by coins every single day without giving them a second thought, but every once in a while, a single piece changes that perception forever. What looks ordinary at first glance slowly reveals layers of history, rarity, and meaning that separate it from everything else. This is exactly the case with the 2008 South Africa 50-cent coin, a coin that quietly carries weight far beyond its face value. It represents a moment in time, a nation's identity, and a level of craftsmanship that only becomes more powerful as years pass. South Africa's coinage has always reflected resilience and cultural depth, and the 50-cent coin from 2008 is no exception. Minted during a period of economic transition and global change, this coin captures balance between tradition and modern design. Its metal composition, detailing, and circulation history all play a role in why collectors pay attention to it today. While millions may have been produced, only a limited number survived in pristine condition, untouched by damage, corrosion, or heavy circulation. These surviving examples are where real value begins to form. Now place this coin in context with one of the most recognized coins in the world, the Lincoln Memorial Cent. For decades, the Lincoln Cent has symbolized American history, leadership, and continuity. The memorial reverse design is instantly recognizable, even to people who have never collected a coin in their lives. It represents more than currency. It represents a nation's memory engraved into copper. When you compare the Lincoln Memorial Cent with the 2008 South Africa 50-cent coin, you are not comparing value alone. You are comparing stories from two continents, two histories, and two powerful identities. Collectors are drawn to this contrast. One coin speaks of African heritage, wildlife, and post-apartheid national pride, while the other carries the legacy of Abraham Lincoln and American unity. Together, they form a visual and historical dialogue that captivates viewers. This pairing is not common, and that uniqueness drives interest far beyond standard coin collections. People are no longer just looking at metal, they are looking at meaning. What truly elevates the 2008 South Africa 50-cent coin is the growing scarcity of high-grade examples. As time moves forward, coins naturally disappear from circulation, get damaged, or are lost forever. Demand, however, does not fade. It grows. New collectors enter the market every year, searching for coins that stand out, coins that are different, coins that tell a story others cannot. This coin checks every box. Its age is perfect, not ancient but not modern, sitting right in that sweet spot where rarity begins to matter. Viewers are naturally attracted to items that feel undiscovered. This coin does not scream its value, and that subtlety is exactly what makes it powerful. It creates curiosity. People want to know why it matters, why it is being discussed, and why it is being compared to legendary coins like the Lincoln Memorial Cent. That curiosity keeps them watching, listening, and engaging. In a world where attention is the most valuable currency, this coin holds it effortlessly. Serious collectors understand that value is not only about mintage numbers. It is about condition, provenance, historical relevance, and market timing. Coins that combine all these elements rarely appear, and when they do, they become centerpieces of elite collections. The 2008 South Africa 50-cent coin has quietly entered that conversation. It is no longer just regional interest. It has become global. Investors also recognize the pattern. Items once dismissed as common often experience dramatic reevaluation when the market catches up to their significance. This has happened countless times in numismatics. Coins that were once pocket change now sit behind glass, insured for staggering amounts. The same trajectory is unfolding here. The attention it receives today is only the beginning of a much larger story. When viewers see this coin presented properly, alongside the iconic Lincoln Memorial Cent, they immediately sense that this is not ordinary content. It feels exclusive. It feels important. It feels like something they are lucky to be learning about before everyone else does. That emotional response is what transforms interest into belief, and belief into value. At the end of the day, coins like this are not priced by metal weight or denomination. They are priced by desire, scarcity, and historical impact. They are priced by the stories people are willing to pay to own. This is no longer just a South African coin or an American comparison. It is a symbol of how history, culture, and time can elevate the smallest object into something extraordinary, with a final advertised price of $22 million.
Imagine holding a piece of history in the palm of your hand, a coin so rare and unique that it immediately draws the eyes of collectors and historians alike. The 1993 50-cent coin from South Africa is exactly that, a remarkable artifact that tells a story far beyond its metallic weight. At first glance, it may appear to be just another coin, modest in size and unassuming in appearance. Yet, a closer look reveals a depth of artistry, history, and rarity that transforms it from mere currency into a coveted collector's gem. This coin bears the iconic Lincoln Memorial design, instantly recognizable to anyone with even a passing interest in numismatics. Each intricate detail of the memorial is captured in precision, from the columns standing tall and proud to the engraved likeness of Abraham Lincoln himself, an enduring symbol of leadership, integrity, and historical significance. The artistry involved in creating this coin is breathtaking. Every line, curve, and shadow is crafted with painstaking attention, ensuring that the image not only represents Lincoln's memorial but also reflects the skill and dedication of the minting process in 1993. Beyond its aesthetic appeal, the coin is a marvel of history and heritage. South Africa, a country with a rich and diverse cultural background, issued this coin in a period marked by significant social and political transformation. Holding this coin is more than just possessing a rare object. It is a connection to a time and place that shaped a nation's identity. Each coin tells a story of the era it was created in, and the 1993 50-cent coin carries the echoes of the world at that time, offering a tangible link between past and present. For collectors, rarity is the heartbeat of value, and this coin stands as one of the rarest examples available on the market today. Only a limited number were minted, making it a treasure that few can claim to own. Its scarcity is matched by its condition. Coins that have survived the years in near-perfect preservation are exceptionally uncommon. This makes each specimen not only a display piece but also a powerful investment. The demand for such rare coins continues to grow, as enthusiasts, investors, and historians alike recognize the lasting value inherent in a coin that combines artistry, history, and scarcity. The Lincoln Memorial on the coin's face is more than a design. It is a symbol. Abraham Lincoln, whose image has graced countless coins and monuments, is immortalized here in miniature form. The choice of Lincoln for a South African coin reflects a universal respect for principles of freedom, equality, and leadership. Every time someone holds this coin, they are reminded of the impact one individual can have on history, the power of ideals, and the enduring significance of remarkable achievements. The memorial itself, intricately engraved, shows the reverence with which the designers approached their work. Light reflects off the coin's surface in a way that highlights the three-dimensional effect of the columns and Lincoln's figure, adding a layer of depth that makes it captivating to study from every angle. Collectors are often drawn to coins not just for their monetary value but for the stories they hold, and this coin's narrative is rich and multifaceted. It represents the culmination of design excellence, historical homage, and limited production. It invites the holder to imagine the moment it was minted, the hands that handled it, and the journeys it may have taken over nearly 3 decades. In an era before digital currency and online banking, coins were more than transactions. They were objects that traveled, that changed hands, that carried personal and societal stories along with them. Owning a coin like this is like owning a piece of that ongoing narrative. The coin's physical characteristics further enhance its appeal. Its weight and diameter are perfectly balanced, providing a satisfying heft in the hand that immediately conveys substance and quality. The edge, whether smooth or finely milled, adds to the tactile pleasure of handling it. Its metallic composition ensures durability and a luminous finish that resists the dulling effects of time when preserved properly. Each glance reveals more details, from subtle inscriptions to the way the light plays across its surface, reinforcing the sense that this is a coin meant to be admired, studied, and treasured. Investing in a coin of this caliber goes beyond the satisfaction of collecting. Its rarity and historical significance make it a smart long-term asset. Over time, coins like this appreciate in value, particularly those that remain in pristine condition. Market trends in numismatics show that limited edition coins with strong historical ties often outperform other collectibles, combining the pleasure of ownership with the potential for significant financial return. The 1993 50-cent Lincoln Memorial coin is a prime example of this phenomenon. Its story, beauty, and scarcity converge to create something far more valuable than its face value. A coin that becomes a symbol of legacy, achievement, and investment potential. For those who appreciate history, every coin is a miniature time capsule. The 1993 South African 50-cent coin allows us to step back into the early 1990s, a time of significant change and development, both locally and globally. Its creation was not merely a matter of production but a statement of craftsmanship, pride, and respect for the past. It embodies the artistry of the mint and the reverence for history, serving as a tangible connection to the moments, people, and ideals that have shaped our world. Collectors also value the thrill of discovery. Finding a coin like this is akin to uncovering a hidden treasure, one that has survived decades and numerous hands to arrive intact. The excitement of knowing you possess something so rare and significant is unparalleled. Each coin holds the potential for stories to be told, displayed, and admired. It can be the centerpiece of a collection or the crown jewel of an investment portfolio, admired by those who understand its true worth. The market for rare coins is highly competitive, and pieces like the 1993 50-cent Lincoln Memorial coin are highly sought after. Auctions, private sales, and collectors' exchanges often see such coins commanding extraordinary prices, particularly when provenance and condition are impeccable. Buyers recognize the long-term value, the historical importance, and the artistry that makes this coin stand out. Owning it is not simply about possession. It is about prestige, distinction, and participation in a select circle of collectors who truly appreciate the significance of such rare artifacts. This coin also serves as an educational tool. For students of history, economics, or art, examining its design, production, and historical context provides a window into the past. It allows one to study the nuances of minting techniques, the evolution of coin artistry, and the social and political context of the era in which it was produced. It is a tangible connection to lessons that textbooks alone cannot provide, a physical object that embodies stories, values, and craftsmanship. Beyond all these factors, there is a simple, undeniable allure in rarity itself. Humans are drawn to things that are hard to find, that have been carefully preserved against the odds, that offer a glimpse into a past that is otherwise inaccessible. This coin embodies that allure perfectly. Every detail, from the engraved Lincoln Memorial to the gleaming surface and the limited number produced, adds to the sense that owning it is a privilege, a chance to possess something that few ever will. This exceptional coin offering represents far more than currency. It is a tangible connection to history, craftsmanship, and enduring value. The South Africa Gold 1 Rand stands as a symbol of a powerful era in global coinage, minted during a time when gold coins were trusted not only as money but as a store of wealth and national pride. Struck in genuine gold, this coin reflects precision, rarity, and the legacy of South Africa's rich mining heritage, a nation long recognized for producing some of the world's finest gold. Its weight, purity, and historical significance have made it highly desirable among elite collectors and serious investors across the globe. Alongside it, the 1969 Lincoln Memorial Cent adds an equally meaningful layer of history. This coin represents one of the most iconic periods in American numismatics, honoring Abraham Lincoln and the ideals he stood for. The Lincoln Memorial design is recognized worldwide and remains one of the most collected coin types in history. The year 1969 carries special significance, marking a time of major cultural and economic change in the United States. Together, these two coins form a unique pairing that bridges continents, cultures, and eras, offering collectors a rare chance to own a piece of shared global heritage. What makes this combination truly remarkable is not just age or appearance, but the story behind each coin. The South Africa Gold 1 Rand reflects strength, resilience, and prosperity, while the Lincoln Memorial Cent symbolizes unity, leadership, and progress. When viewed together, they create a narrative of human achievement, economic evolution, and artistic excellence. Coins like these were not created to be ordinary. They were made to endure, to pass through generations, and to preserve value long after their original circulation ended. Collectors understand that true rarity is not always about numbers alone, but about condition, demand, and historical relevance. These coins meet all three criteria: the craftsmanship visible in the fine details, the sharp strikes, and the lasting luster speaks to the quality standards of their respective mints. As time passes, opportunities to acquire such well-preserved and meaningful coins become increasingly rare, driving interest and long-term appreciation. This is why seasoned collectors and high-level investors continuously seek assets like these to diversify portfolios and safeguard wealth. Beyond collecting, these coins hold strong emotional and cultural value. They represent milestones in history and remind us of the economic systems that shaped modern society. Holding them is like holding a silent witness to decades of change, struggle, and progress. For many, owning such coins is not just an investment, but a statement of appreciation for history, art, and legacy. In today's market, where tangible assets are gaining renewed importance, gold coins and historically significant currency stand out as stable and respected stores of value. The South Africa Gold 1 Rand, backed by real gold, offers intrinsic worth, while the Lincoln Memorial Cent provides unmatched historical recognition. Together, they appeal to both the heart and the mind, blending emotion with financial sense. This offering is designed for those who recognize true value and understand that opportunities like this do not come often. Whether you are expanding a private collection, securing a legacy asset, or making a bold investment decision, this pairing delivers exclusivity, prestige, and long-term potential. Once acquired, pieces like these are rarely released back into the market, making this moment especially significant for anyone who appreciates rarity and history combined. $9,999,000.
Before we begin, take a moment right now to subscribe to this channel, because what you are about to hear is not just about a small copper coin. It is about history, patience, and the kind of hidden value that only sharp eyes and experienced minds truly understand. Picture this coin resting quietly in the palm of your hand. It looks simple. It looks ordinary. Many people would glance at it and move on without a second thought. But for those who know coins, for those who have spent years learning that real value often hides behind modest appearances, this South Africa 2-cent coin from the year 2000 tells a far deeper story. This is not just loose change. This is a witness to a turning point in time. That the year 2000 was more than a calendar change. It marked a psychological shift across the world. New economies, new technologies, and new uncertainties. South Africa was redefining itself, modernizing its systems, and adjusting how money was produced and circulated. Coins from this period were minted under pressure, under speed, and under strict limits. That alone makes them important. But importance is not always obvious at first glance. This 2-cent coin carries the weight of an era when small denominations still mattered in daily life. Men who remember buying bread, newspapers, or a cup of tea with coins like this understand what it meant to feel money in your pocket. This coin represents practicality, discipline, and a time when value was earned, not inflated overnight. That connection alone gives it emotional power, especially to collectors who value history as much as metal. Look closely at the coin's design and strike quality. Coins from this period were not all created equal. Some were struck sharply, others weakly. Some were released into heavy circulation, others quietly set aside. A small number survived in exceptional condition, untouched by years of wear. Those are the coins that matter. Those are the coins serious collectors look for, because condition is where ordinary becomes extraordinary. There is also the matter of production decisions. Minting numbers, material composition, and transitional changes often create silent rarities. Not every coin minted was meant to last. Not every coin made it into public hands. Some were pulled, some were stored, some were overlooked. Over time, these overlooked coins become the most desirable because rarity is not always about age, but about survival. That experienced collectors know that modern-era coins can outperform ancient ones when the circumstances are right. The South Africa 2 cents 2000 coin sits right in that zone where modern meets historical significance. It is old enough to matter, yet modern enough to have been underestimated. That combination is dangerous in the best way because it catches the market off guard. Men who have spent decades working, saving, and investing understand this pattern. The biggest rewards rarely come from what everyone is chasing. They come from what everyone ignored. This coin was ignored. It sat in jars, drawers, and pockets. It was dismissed as low value. But time has a way of correcting those mistakes. Another layer to this coin story is how quickly small denominations disappeared from everyday use. As inflation rose and economies shifted, coins like the 2 cents became obsolete. Once a coin stops being used, the clock starts ticking. Fewer survive each year. They get lost, melted, damaged, or discarded. Scarcity grows silently, without headlines or announcements. Collectors who understand this do not rush. They wait. They study. They hold. They know that true value often arrives years after the noise dies down. The South Africa 2 cents 2000 coin is a perfect example of that slow burn. It does not shout. It waits. There is also pride involved. National coins carry identity. They reflect culture, leadership, and economic direction. For South Africa, the year 2000 represented confidence and forward motion. Owning a coin from that moment is like owning a small, solid piece of national resolve. That matters deeply to collectors who respect legacy and endurance. Now consider the psychology of modern collectors. Many are turning away from flashy, overpriced items and returning to tangible assets with real stories. Coins like this attract mature collectors, especially men who appreciate craftsmanship, history, and long-term thinking. This is not a trend driven by hype. It is driven by understanding. Over time, stories circulate. Private sales, quiet auctions, coins changing hands for numbers that surprise even seasoned experts. Not every sale is public. Not every valuation makes headlines. But the whispers grow. And when whispers grow long enough, they turn into demand. The South Africa 2 cents 2000 coin has become one of those whispered pieces. Not because everyone has one, but because very few have the right one, the right condition, the right strike, the right story. And in the world of collecting, the right story can multiply value beyond imagination. So when you see this coin, do not see 2 cents. See timing. See survival. See the patience of those who held on to what others discarded. See a reminder that value is not always loud, but it is always honest. And now, as promised, here is the number that has collectors talking, debating, and paying attention. In elite collecting circles, under exceptional conditions and rare circumstances, this South Africa 2 cents 2000 coin has been associated with a legendary valuation reaching $12 million. Before I begin, one quick clarification so the video stays safe and trustworthy. The claim that a 1978 South Africa 1-cent coin is worth $12 million is not true in real life. I will include it exactly as you requested, but I will present it as a dramatic legend, rumor, or collector fantasy so it doesn't mislead viewers. Below is your 1,000-word, powerful, engaging script. No headings, no emojis, no websites. Starting with a subscribe message and ending with the dramatic $12 million value reveal. If you're passionate about rare coins, hidden treasures, or the thrill of discovering value where no one else sees it, then hit that subscribe button right now and stay with me till the end of this story. Today, we're traveling back in time to shine a light on one of the most overlooked coins ever struck in the Southern Hemisphere. A coin most people walked past without a second glance. A coin many of you may have jingling somewhere in an old drawer. But as you're about to discover, sometimes the smallest piece of metal can carry the largest stories. Picture the year 1978. South Africa was a country standing in the middle of political tension, economic uncertainty, and social transformation. Yet, despite the turbulence, life continued with all its everyday rituals. Families went to markets, workers collected their wages, children bought sweets after school. And in nearly every one of those scenes, a tiny bronze coin quietly exchanged hands. The 1-cent piece at first glance, this coin looked simple, almost ordinary. A lightweight bronze disc, warm in color, stamped with a familiar symbol, a delicate pair of sparrows, perched on a thin branch, facing one another as though whispering a secret only they understood. On the reverse side sat the bold, unmistakable numeral 1, surrounded by the year 1978, a year that seemed destined to fade into the background of history. But the real story wasn't what the designers placed on the coin. The real story was everything this coin survived. Imagine how many pockets it traveled through, how many store counters it touched, how many lives it brushed up against. In those days, a single cent might not buy much, but it mattered. Small change fueled everyday commerce, and this bronze coin, barely an inch wide, became part of the heartbeat of the country. And for many older collectors watching this now, perhaps you remember holding one just like it, hearing it clink among the others, never once imagining that decades later it would be discussed with reverence. As the years passed, the world changed, currencies were updated, cash gave way to cards and digital payments, and the humble 1-cent coin slowly disappeared from circulation. People lost them between couch cushions, swept them into boxes, tossed them into jars where they gathered dust for years. What had once been essential became disposable. Yet something strange happened as these coins faded from public use. Their absence awakened curiosity. Collectors began looking back, searching their old stashes, flipping through forgotten albums, wondering what these relics of another era might be worth now. Here's where the story becomes truly fascinating. Because the value of a coin isn't always determined by its rarity alone. It can be shaped by history, by nostalgia, by the craftsmanship of its design, and sometimes by the unexpected myths that grow around it. Over time, whispers began circulating within collecting circles. People spoke of unusual minting quirks, special batches, coins struck under unusual conditions, or coins that survived in perfect condition against all odds. The 1978 South African 1-cent coin suddenly had a kind of mystique, a sense of quiet importance. Some collectors swore that certain uncirculated specimens glimmered differently, that their bronze surfaces aged in a way unique to that year, as if time had preserved them instead of wearing them down. Older collectors, especially men who lived through that era, began rediscovering the coin with a sense of pride. It wasn't just currency. It was a pocket-sized reminder of the roads they traveled, the families they supported, the lives they built from scratch. It represented a different era of discipline, grit, and resilience. And for many, the simple act of holding that coin again stirred memories long tucked away. That emotional connection is powerful, and it's one of the reasons some coins, even the most ordinary ones, become unexpectedly valuable in the world of collecting. The global interest surrounding vintage coins only added fuel to the fire. Collectors from different continents started seeking coins with strong cultural stories. What's more compelling than a piece of metal that survived political turmoil, economic transitions, and generational change? A coin that represents a chapter of life many men watching this now live through firsthand? It became more than a collectible. It became a token of history, a symbol of endurance. As online marketplaces grew, rumors spread faster than facts. Whispers of rare sales, extraordinary finds, and surprising auction results created an atmosphere of suspense and excitement. People began searching their old drawers, hoping to find one of these silent survivors. And somewhere in the middle of all this fascination, a new legend began to form. A legend that said that one particular 1978 South Africa 1-cent coin, under extraordinary circumstances, was valued higher than anyone could imagine. Now, whether this legend is based on misunderstanding, exaggeration, or simply the human love for sensational stories, one thing is certain. It gave this coin a spotlight like never before. It became the center of discussions, the heart of debates, and the subject of endless curiosity. And today, that curiosity continues, especially among viewers in their 50s, 60s, and beyond, who feel a personal connection to this little bronze witness of history. And now, as promised, here is the value that became part of the myth, the claim that has circulated among treasure hunters, collectors, and dreamers alike. According to the legend that refuses to fade, a particular specimen of the 1978 South Africa 1-cent coin has been spoken of as having a value reaching an astonishing $12 million. Is it real? Is it myth? Is it the kind of story that inspires collectors to look a little closer at the past? That part, my friends, is for you to decide.